Good morning. So this reading is for Monday, October 13th. And what I'm going to do is just pull a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Current energy. And future energy. And this video is available on YouTube and Rumble at Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Now the Three of Cups, it's friends, it's happiness, it's really just enjoying life. And so the Three of Cups is coming through as this kind of new happiness. This does not feel like it's old energy. The way it's coming through, like you embraced some sort of new chapter, new beginning, and this feels like early stage happiness where you're starting to kind of just see everything falling into place, feeling better and lighter about yourself and the direction that you're going. There's something about this happiness because it's like a youthful energy is coming out. So it's very euphoric, almost giddy-like, but it feels warm and inviting, something that you really want to embrace here. And so looking at the past, I'm getting the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is trusting your intuition. King of Cups, a lot of that same energy. This is emotional growth. The King of Cups is somebody who's very emotionally mature and grounded. And this is what's allowing your intuition to come through. Ace of Swords, a lot of clarity. This feels like you received some sort of answer within yourself, but I'm also getting a release of something that you knew it was just in your best interest. Move on from a situation, whatever that situation was. It's the King of Cups in the middle here because it feels like you grounded your intuition with your rational mind and you were able to find a way to be realistic in your approach. And just your approach to the entire situation is coming across as very mature, very understanding. It led to the happiness here. There's another piece. We'll see if it comes out further in the reading or when I clarify. But it feels like there's another element to this that you're picking up on. Page of Cups showing up here in the current energy along with the Hermit and the Page of Wands. Okay, now this explains that kind of youthful, giddy energy. So the pages are that kind of energy. They're new beginning, but that kind of childlike, giddy energy that I was picking up with the Three of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is you putting your heart on your sleeve, not being afraid to say exactly what it is that you want, how you feel. Page of Wands, no fear in taking any kind of action. But with the Hermit in the middle here, this feels like you're very grounded in yourself, in your intuition, your spiritual path and journey. And so any kind of action that you're taking here, it's coming from an emotionally mature place. I can see the work that you did here in the past. And now what you've done, because the Ace of Swords is coming through as a release, is that you opened up some sort of path for yourself to really embrace happiness, lighthearted energy, just the joy and excitement of a new beginning here. And I like the Hermit showing up in the middle. It's Virgo, and Virgo can be very practical, analytical. It's earth energy, so it will slow things down, but in a really positive way, because it's just making sure that there's everything that's unfolding is what you really want, because you've done a lot of healing here. And it's just kind of the reminder of all the work that you've done. So you're taking all the experience of the past, but none of the negative energy with you. And so when I look at the future here, and I'm getting the Six of Swords, so you're moving on from a situation. Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. And the Ten of Wands, this is what you're moving on from. So anything that makes you feel like you constantly have to defend your actions, your words, carry more than your fair share with responsibilities, or just carry a lot of responsibilities in general. This is what you're walking away from because you've embraced this new beginning that allows for that lighthearted, happy energy to come through. And so anything that is going to hold you back or really slow you down here, you're going to move on from it. If it doesn't belong in your future, you're just not going to carry that forward. So let's get some additional detail here. Tell me about that High Priestess. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. So with the High Priestess here, I'm getting the King of Wands. This tells me all of the work that you did in the past. All the actions are coming from a place of emotional balance, that alignment that allows for your intuition to become loud. It's the voice that you're listening to because of all the work that you've done. I love this energy coming through. With the King of Cups, I'm getting the King of Swords. This is your head and heart being aligned. This is what's allowing your intuition to come through in a very loud, confident way, but it's giving you that strength and the momentum to really go after what you want. You have 3 of the 4 kings out here. And so that does indicate like almost emperor status. The only one missing here is the King of Pentacles, but you have the Hermit here in the current energy. So it feels like you have everything that you need in order to really embrace this new beginning. And I'm also getting the sense that you feel that too, that there's some sort of recognition inside that something is clicking into place. This feels good. This feels right. It's something that you want to do going forward. And so with the Ace of Swords here, what I'm getting is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is that quick action. Could be conversation, opening up, talking about anything here, how you feel, the actions that you're taking, the head and heart being aligned. I am getting that kind of energy along with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is you moving away. So we have that out here twice. It's in the past and it's in the future energy. You're moving on from a situation. You mastered something here, the way the energy is coming through. You mastered some sort of internal alignment, that balance. This is really what's creating that new beginning, that kind of light, youthful energy going forward. So let's get the Page of Cups. Hermit. And the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Cups here, I am getting the 2 of Swords. Now the 2 of Swords is standing at a crossroads. I'm not really sure what action to take, but I'm not getting the sense that you're really confused on the action that you need to take. It's more around letting something go so that you can fully embrace something new. And I say that because we have the Hermit here with the 9 of Cups. So I'm not getting the sense that you're really at this indecisive phase. You are at one point, absolutely, until you were able to really find that internal alignment. But what I'm getting here with the Hermit and the 9 of Cups is almost like a continuous reevaluating. Am I going down the right path? Is this going to lead me to my 9 of Cups, to my ultimate goals being fulfilled here? And so the 2 of Swords, the way it's coming through, is really just that check-in point, that you're going to take steps once you kind of check in with yourself and say, yep, this is what I want. Because you've got this young, youthful, giddy, almost impulsive energy. And so it's going to feel really good to keep taking steps moving forward. But it's almost that kind of king energy coming through and say, well, let's just double check and make sure that everything that we want is showing up and that we're taking all of the right steps for us. So it's that kind of check and balance internal to you. And with the Page of Wands here, I'm getting the 9 of Swords, and this is why you're kind of doing this check-in. So that 9 of Swords, it's stress, fear, anxiety. With the Page of Wands here, what you want to do is take all of the right moves. Take all of those actions that lead to your 9 of Cups. What you don't want to do is misstep or get so off course that you end up right back where you were. Because I'm getting this sense of a lot of growth and a lot of maturity, and you don't want to find yourself back in that same situation. So you've created this kind of internal alignment, like that checking in checkpoint to say, okay, is this where I want to go? Am I still good? Is this really, okay, I'm going to keep going then. And that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. I'm not getting any kind of more indecisive action than that. It's just that evaluation. Tell me about the 6 of Swords here in the future. 7 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands. So that 6 of Swords, so that moving on energy, you're moving on from the past, absolutely. Page of Wands, you're embracing this new beginning, that young, youthful, lighthearted energy. And so despite anything that might kind of give you that momentary pause, you're moving forward. There's nothing stopping you here. With the 7 of Wands, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles. So the 7 of Wands, all of the times that you had to stand up and fight for yourself, your actions, your choices, everything here, it feels like you're taking all of that in, because what you're trying to do as you're planning out your future here with the Knight of Pentacles is okay, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about all of these experiences. How do I improve my life going forward? How do I improve my decision-making process moving into the future? That's what it feels like you're doing here. You're taking all of this knowledge with you to say, I'm advocating for myself. I want what's mine, but I need to set up some, because I'm getting boundaries. So I'm getting something around boundaries and setting up healthy boundaries so that people aren't crossing those boundaries, getting you to fight and stand up for what you know is in your best interest. And so there's something around planning this going forward, but doing it in a very healthy way that doesn't allow you to fall back into an old pattern here. And with the 10 of Wands, I'm getting the 6 of Swords. And so the 6 of Swords out here twice. This really is moving on from just a heavy period of burdens and responsibilities, maybe carrying other people's burdens around. That could be part of the stress and the anxiety that I'm picking up here in the current energy, where you don't want to go back into that place. You don't want to pick up other people's share of responsibilities again. You're really just focused on yourself and planning for your future, your happiness moving forward. So this is the reading for Monday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.